called LCPs, driving T minimums. So as you already know, the implementation of T minimums started, especially like members come. And here I will need your help, or let's say I will guide you through the process how you also can make sure that T minimums are implemented in every team. So um, good. Um, Okay, so before we start, please make sure you read the booklet called YT Minimums. You have them on one page I sent for this week when it's linked to part Y. And also make sure that you realize that you are responsible for the implementation of this project. And if every VP is aware of the relevance of the project and is aware of why we need to implement it and what's the outcome of it, then the project will be succeed. Then the project will succeed. Good. After that, I will speak a bit about like role of TM, about how to push the tracking, and how you can use business intelligence outputs on your EBMs. Mm, so when we are aware of relevance of implementing T minimums and what we want to like achieve with them, what's very important to explain here the role of TM and what's there like let's what in July we started with planning with HR planning that we make sure that really this time HR structure support our goals, but that's only the first step of implementation of this project. So this part like you have a bit more explained in the previous booklet, but for me it's very important for you guys to know that T minimums are not just only those 6 elements, but it's the whole process. So we started with the process in July by working on structures, and now we have our talent capacity here. What's very important is that now we continue with implementation through learning and development, like through education cycle and through business intelligence, meaning like that the numbers or the KPIs we track are those that will show us like how can we improve our performance on in specific times. So we don't need to wait for raising to finish to understand, oh, we didn't achieve our goal, but we can actually see process that split and see where we need to impact, to make an impact. Um, how can you push tracking? I put several like options. First, it's like working with VP that they understand like the T minimums and why the tracking is important. Second is board of leaders meetings. So use some time on your board of leaders meeting where you will again explain what the tracker is and how to use it. If people do not understand the relevance of tracker, if they don't understand how we can read data from there, how can we use it, they will not fill it in. So really make sure that you understand it first, and then you can deliver that to your VPs and team leaders. On LCMs, you can make the campaign, you can make R&R, you can make like lots of things that will help for tracking, and that you will showcase that people who fill in the tracker are the one who are like bringing us closer to productivity. Like I'm just thinking now 2 steps ahead, and I had the experience of implementation of this project, and like mostly people do not want to fill in the tracker because like they don't understand the role of it, and it will really take you some time and repetition, let's say. But if we do this right now, like on this point, we can like take care that implementation is going well when the new members come. Also, like use one-on-one meetings when you speak with your LCPs to speak about performance and to speak about filling in the tracking tool. On your EBMs, check performance through T minimums tracker. What does that mean? So for example, we are checking IGIP results for the previous week. What we'll do if we open the TM tracker, you can have like T minimums tracker, you can have the overview of the whole last week, of course, if people filled it in. So you can easily see what was planned and what was achieved for that week. And then you can see like where the bottlenecks are. What's very important here is to include your VPTM, meaning that VPTM is mainly responsible for people to fill in the tracker, but VPTM could come like with prepared solutions. Okay, so For example, you saw that there were no enough calls in IGIP. So your VPTM should go through the exchange areas and see what bottlenecks are and come with clear action steps or clear proposals to EBM saying, okay, VPIGIP, look, we didn't have enough calls here. What exactly is the problem? Like we had our education about it, we had our simulation. Are people afraid to call or they're just like not working? So this is like exactly what business intelligence is like checking one step at a time in the process and making like a reaction, literally like a red light, making an action based on what you see there. So you don't need to wait for time to pass and say, hey, we didn't achieve our goals. So when I say make clear action step is meaning like make sure that people know what to do with the information they read in the tracker. So if it is like if the tracker shows in this case not enough calls, should I organize another education and simulation, or should I have one-on-one with the team leader to see why their members are not working, and so on. So then it's up to you to have these things prepared for EBM, so you or your VPTM can like give the report about the state in exchange areas, and then you can create a clear action step. And your job is then to check that those action steps are happening. So if you if you agree that after this you will have one-on-one talk, your VP did that one-on-one talk. And last but not least is consistency. I know that these things like take time to be implemented, and sometimes like you will need to repeat things 20 times, the same things, and feel like a broken record. But really stay consistent in this, because that's how like people learn. Like if we explain more time, they try, and so on, they will learn it. So you can also see the example of IGCDP people who are filling in their tracking tool very well and doing this already. So keep on the good track and keep on tracking these things. If I hope you find this helpful, and if you still have like any questions, please approach me or your VPTMs. And don't forget that team minimums are implemented only if they're implemented in every team. And it's not only for VPTMs or you as an LCVPs, it's for every MCP, MCVP, LCP, LCVP in team leader in ISEC in Austria to use this project, team minimums, to lead, manage, and track their teams. That is very important to know. And you know how we were saying that we cannot be a little bit pregnant, so let's be pregnant. Also, like just to remind you that with this, where our team minimums are driving us is driving us to the high quality experiences where we connect individual goals with organizational needs. What's then coming as a consequence of good work, it's productivity. It's we are growing in our numbers, we are having less dropouts, we are having better retention rate in pipeline. So everything we are struggling with at this point. Thank you for watching this video, and yes, if you have any questions, feel free to approach me. Bye guys.